All right, good evening, everybody. This video is for the UCD team. This is something that I've been doing for a while now. I tried to do, well, you can see pictures here of my doggies and stuff. I've been doing this with River City, and it looks like it's been pretty beneficial for the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this with you guys, okay? So I'm gonna go over frame by frame, and we're gonna see a little bit of a general coaching, see something that we can work on. So yes, let's take a look at this. This is Sabrina and Grace. Let's get started. So again, today, since it's our first video, I'm gonna keep it more general. I'm gonna keep it more. I'm not gonna make a 30-minute video long, like a 30-minute long video. Sorry, it's been a long day, you guys. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. A couple of things. So what we see here, let's start at the finish. I always like to start at the finish. Remember, I think that this was before we talked about the handle heights. So remember, see, here at the finish, Sabrina is doing an okay job here, bringing the hands a little bit more even, and Grace here, that was good too. We talked about it. I think that for my taste, I would like to see a little bit more of sitting up at the finish. I think that we're laying back a little bit too much. And then when we do the hands away, body over, I think that we could give it a little bit more time there, Sabrina. Grace is all right. Let's take a look here at this frame really quick. See this frame, Sabrina's doing an okay job as well of keeping the hands. So here, Grace, I'm seeing a little bit of separation on the hands here. So think about next time we're school, okay? Try to bring those hands a little bit closer together. See that there's this gap here? This gap can make our set a little bit wonky, right? So here, see the difference of the hands. So we want to keep thinking about that. Let's see. Let's go to another stroke. So we're gonna go hands away, body over there is good there, Grace, good. Again, a little bit of the gap there. And I would like to pay attention for you all to pay attention to this right here. So we're gonna be working on the catches a little bit more in the next weeks because I think it would be I'm gonna try to explain it the best I can. So the catch position is not bad at all. I like that you guys sitting up, the blades are not skying. So I like that. But around here, we have a little bit of hesitation. Hesitation means we're kind of we're kind of rushing a little bit to get to the catch. And once we get to the catch, we pause. See here? So right here, the blade should be into the water. Right there. And we still go a little bit far, we wait a little bit. So think about it, guys. Whenever the shins are vertical, both shins are vertical. I like the shins a lot. You guys have good posture there. I just feel the way we would like to see it is you guys put the blade into the water as you go towards the stern. So when you guys are here at 3/4 slide, we're already thinking, okay, I'm gonna catch. You put the blade into the water, and then you push with the legs. See how we're pushing a little bit with the legs there as we put the blade into the water? So we want to make sure, right there, see? We want to make sure on sweep or schooling, whatever way we row, even on the erg, we want to make sure that we lock those hands at the catch position. We lock them. And if we're in the water, we want to put the blade into the water, right? And then we want to push with the legs. Really important. Because we're losing a little bit of speed here, see? We're losing, this chunk here that it can make a difference, right? Right there. Same to you, Sabrina. And now, Sabrina, we can see a little bit of the bending on the arms. And Grace here. I don't know if you can see when you lift the shoulders, what happens when you lift the shoulders like that. Look how deep the blade goes into the water. So a way that I would like you to think, you guys, is that the blade gets on the water here, and that's all. Oh, the frame. I have sloppy fingers, buttery fingers. That's how you call it in English. Right here, That's all I want you to cover, Grace. A little bit more, probably. Like, eeh, eeh. That's a maximum. Like, see Sabrina's blade? I feel like that's a good depth there. I still see a little bit of the blade picking up. There you go. Sabrina's blade there is pretty good. Here's Grace. We're going a little bit too deep. So when we go deep, the boat becomes more unstable, and that means like we're doing the rainbow, right? So here we are, like the hands go down and then the hands go up because the shoulders are lifting a little bit. We're pulling a lot with the upper back, and then they go down again. So let's try to keep working on that. I think that, handle heights, horizontal drive. Imagine that once you put the blade into the water, right here, the blade goes in and straight to the chest. So now that I'm looking at it, Grace, I think that next time you roll the double, we need to adjust, probably move a couple of spacers. But yeah, it didn't look bad. Again, for the first time, like I don't know if you guys have rode on the double before, probably not. But still pretty good. Like, we just have to focus a little bit more on efficiency, okay? Like making sure that that blade goes in sharp, and then we push with the legs, and keeping that gap between the handles as little as possible. Let's take a look at the 8. So on the 8, since there's 8 of you guys, I'm going to keep it still quite general. I think that here we were paddling, so I'm going to wait for you all to build. And looking at the blade work, you can see that we have a little bit of domino effect. So it looks like the stern goes in first into the water, and then like the rest of the following. So let's see here. Ports are a little bit more together. But see here, starboards, we are a little bit behind there. Cecilia, you're a little bit there with Catherine and Karina. I think that Bausit, I think it was Ellen, Arthur. We're rushing a little bit, so that means like we're here. Oh, that one was actually pretty good. Look at that. We got a good one. Yay. If we get a good one, guys, hey, see, when we build, it's a little bit better. So the catches are not terrible. I actually like what I'm seeing here. We might be going a little bit deep there, Ella and Karina. And then at the finish, I think that this is when it gets a little bit more complicated, right? Because here we have the sports already getting out earlier, which is causing the starboards to go a little bit deeper. Again, I cannot see that well. I mean, let's explain it well. Yes, I can see that there's issues here by going deep and by exiting early. So my theory right now, so I'm going to have a lot of theories you guys will see. My theory right now is that because port is getting out a little bit early, that's dropping way towards starboard. So that might be calling like the deepness on starboard. So really important to keep like that, those plates, like we were talking on the double, right? Those plates, we want them buried like this, and we want to keep them. Even in ports, yeah, ports there, I think that's Terry. I think we're going a little bit deep there, Terry. And then the thing that we were talking about, Terry, is that see how you keep the blade a little bit higher there, like it's not even with the rest of port on port, sorry. And same to you, Cecilia. I don't know if you can see here how high your blade is off the water. So we want to make sure that we start small with those adjustments, okay? Really important. Start small with those adjustments. I would rather have you guys touching water a little bit more than like getting the blade too high, okay? Like start small adjustments, small corrections, and go from there. So yeah, and then I see also Devin there. I don't know if you can see here how early your blade gets out. It's actually like, it looks a little bit soft there. So I think that we'll work on getting it a little bit sharper and also feeling a little bit more of a load during the drive, because see how you washing out. So washing out is when the blade is not covered all the way. It happens. That adjustment that we did didn't help, so we're going to try something else, okay? And same to you, Arthur, in the bow seat. Like, see how the blade starts peaking a little bit earlier than the rest of the rowers. So that's really important in bow, okay? Making sure that we keep our length. A little bit off on the angles there. I think that Ella, you might be overreaching, so you might be reaching for more at the catch. Again, not bad. Like, for the first time we were rowing this lineup doing pieces, I feel like we could be a little bit more sharper. Not aggressive and angry, a little bit more direct into the water right here. So see, Catherine, here you can see like you put the blade into the water. Like as you're still putting the blade into the water and you're starting the drive. So we need to lock that blade a little bit in before we start the drive, okay? Yeah, this one is just like blade. It's gonna be just for blade work. I think I got a side one. We can see that one's blade here. And Cecil, let's take a look here, like at your posture. Like we were having a hard time on the posture and making sure that we were like, looking up and having a better posture. See here how your head looks like it's down. So we want to keep working and making sure that we look up, because this will affect our finish a little bit. So let's make sure that we keep our posture up, make sure that we keep those corrections small there on 7th seat. And let me see that blade, what happened there. Yeah, a little bit early release. So our objective for this season 2, something that we would like to work on, is making sure that when we all feather at the same time. So when we all get the blade we get the blade off the water, and then we feather it. We want to do that all at the same time, okay? Like the catches, see how like you all square it and you go in at the same time or at similar times, just a little bit behind there, but not too bad. See how like the featherings and releases are a little bit more, not clumsy, but I think that they could be cleaner. But again, we're gonna learn together, okay? Keep working on stretching and getting that mobility, taking care of yourselves, and one step at a time, okay, team? You guys doing great.